Welcome to Market Affairs, where we discuss current brewing events on the stock market. This channel is unbiased and will not reflect any opinions based on any partnerships or sponsorship deals with any company. No further ado, let's get straight to the video. Alright, man, today's date is currently March 23rd, 2020, and I have been gone for approximately 2+ months, and already, man, the year 2020 is taking off and not to a good start. Like I said, we're only 3 months into 2020, and already there has been a lot of disruptive events that happened in 2020 so far. I'm just going to read off three crazy things that happened so far that landed us where we're at right now. All right. So with no further ado, let's get straight to the video. All right. So it seems like World War III hoax was the first almost catastrophic event that took the internet by storm. In the beginning of January, there were rumors and memes being made about World War III. This was because on January 3rd of 2020, the U.S. drone strike shot near Baghdad International Airport that killed the Iranian Major General Qasem Soleimani of Iran's Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps, which led to Iran wanting revenge on the U.S., which was rumored to be a world war. And this helped a lot of us realize that we live in a generation, man, that just doesn't take anything serious. I mean, you have the whole world literally wondering if we're going to enter into World War III. And my generation is literally making memes and jokes out of World War III. Now, all right, some of them were funny, but still, we live in a generation, man, that just don't take anything serious. So, yeah, that was a crazy event that happened literally 3 days after the new year. So, what a way to start off 2020, I guess. Next, we have the coronavirus outbreak. On January 7th, Chinese authorities identified a new virus, which is the novel coronavirus, and it became a global sensation. Coronaviruses are zoonotic, which means many times they cannot come from animals. They usually don't pass on to humans, but this one did. It's now March, and there have been 95,067 cases and 3,249 deaths because of the coronavirus. There have been around 99 cases in the U.S. and about 10 deaths, and the numbers are expected to go up. This is not an updated number of the coronavirus outbreak. However, it is scaling high in the 200,000s now, and the reason why certain states in the United States have been put under a very medical martial law, even though that's not the term they want to use, but a very strict curfew, is because it was said by certain scientists that it usually takes several months. I would say 5 to 6 months. I think the number was averaged at 5 to 6 months for the virus to develop another 100,000 cases. However, in a matter of weeks, 2 weeks actually, in a matter of 2 weeks, the number went from 95,067 to 200,000. So today marks the first strict curfew in New York State. I currently reside in New York State. So we're no longer allowed to be out of our house anytime past 8 p.m., I believe the time was, except for essential employees such as police officers, fire department, nurses, grocery store workers, and unless you have a letter from your job stating that you are an essential worker, you should not be out of your house. You should be indoors quarantined.
Most businesses closed, most people at home, but will this extreme measure work?
And it has to stop, and it has to stop now.
Targeting the parks, Mayor de Blasio and Governor Cuomo have a message about packed playgrounds, how they're taking action to ensure that people are practicing social distancing. Thanks for joining us. I'm Adam Cooperstein.
And I'm Rana Novini in for Gilma Avalos. Tonight is an unprecedented time for New York State and New York City. All non-essential businesses closed their doors 3 hours ago as the state goes on pause to fight coronavirus.
So this was a very dramatic start as well. a dramatic start to the year 2020. I mean, all of this is happening in January. Like I said, the 3rd of January, you have the World War III hoax. Then January 7th, 4 days later after that, you have the coronavirus outbreak. And now after that, you also have Kobe Bryant's death. RIP to Kobe Bryant. Like I said, this happened while I was taking my break to let other stories and other events like this develop. And I remember when I first heard the news that Kobe was, involved in a helicopter crash, and I just couldn't believe it. I froze. And I remember turning to my uncle and was just like, yo, Kobe died. And the look on his face and my face was just complete disbelief. I was hoping that it was a mistake that was made by a journalist, and lo and behold, it has been confirmed that Kobe Bryant died on January 26th of 2020 in the Los Angeles area. Kobe Bryant and his daughter, 13 years old, Gianna, along with 7 other people, died in a plane crash going to a youth basketball tournament. Many people could not believe that the NBA star Bryant was dead and thought that it was a fake news. But once the news became nationwide, many fans were devastated. Some say the plane crash was planned and wanted to direct the attention elsewhere than on the global government issues. Nonetheless, we lost an NBA superstar that had just retired to spend time with his family. And it is very sad because this man has been riding in helicopters all his life. I also heard stories that him and his wife also agreed to never ride together in a helicopter, that, in the event of something like this happening, the kids back at home would still have a parent to take care of them. So, man, this is just a crazy year so far. Although I'm not uploading, I want you guys to know that I'm also, living through the mayhem. I'm also watching everything that's going on. I'm currently keeping track of the markets right now, which is completely falling off of a cliff right now. The year 2020 is literally taking the market back to 2017. This is not a bad thing so much when it comes to people being able to take advantage of the profits that is going to happen. But it also is a bad thing because a lot of people are being laid off. A lot of jobs are not coming through for their employees and holding them down the way that we would want to be held down by our jobs and feel secure. And it just goes to show, man, that these jobs and these corporate businesses, some of them don't really care about you as much as you thought they did. They can easily replace you, and it's sad to see how many people are out here just losing their employment over something that could have easily been situated if the Chinese government would have kept it real with their civilians and would have allowed the doctor that tried to bring awareness to this virus way before it became viral outbreak across the world. And this virus is not like any other virus. Like I lived through the Ebola, the swine flu, the chikungunya, the chicken pox. This virus literally just got mentioned in January, the 7th of January, and we are now in March, and it literally shut down global businesses. It literally shut down transportation to other countries. It literally shut down vacation for a lot of people. I know my family was getting ready to go on the European cruise, and they could no longer go on the cruise because Italy has so many cases of deaths by the coronavirus, that they just decided to shut their whole ports down. They decided to not allow anybody coming in or anybody going out. They also all of Europe banned flights coming in and cruise ships coming in their ports from every nation except for the United States. But as of right now, we are, like I said, going under a lockdown. New York, Jersey, Connecticut, and another state, I think it's Indiana or Illinois or something like that. Another state here in the U.S. we're going under a 2-week shutdown, which means everybody should stay inside unless you're an essential employee that provides services for the public. You are not allowed to come out of your house, which is crazy. You're shutting the whole country is shutting down because of a virus. I don't know. This is just as worse as 9/11 at this point, because people lives are being affected. People are dying. We're not able to come out of our houses for 2 weeks. This is ridiculous, and I will be covering these stories and these events as they develop. Like I said, I'm not blind to what's going on. I'm just not uploading because of the amount of things that are happening so rapidly and so fast. I just want to kind of give a breather in between each event and just take it a day at a time and see where it goes. Anyways, I got to get ready for work. It's currently 1:25 in the morning. I'm going to try to upload this as soon as possible. With no further ado, this is the end of the video. Stay safe out here in your quarantine and enjoy yourselves. This is Market Affairs, and as always, buy low, sell high, and invest wisely.